Hey there, welcome back. Or if this is your first time here, welcome to Intentional with Jennifer. If you are interested in decluttering, organization, vacations, maybe some cooking and gardening, and just in general, living intentionally with your life, you are in the right place. So, a little bit about myself. My name is Jennifer. I am 52 years old. I have 4 kiddos and a grandchild and I have a chronic health condition. With that chronic health condition, it has affected how I engage in my day-to-day life. And so, with that being said, I wanted to bring you along with me today while I put together my new vanity that my husband and youngest son built for me and have a little bit of discussion about why I'm doing things the way that I am, how it impacts my physical health, and what my future plans are with living day to day with a chronic health condition when I really do still want to be able to have all the joy in my life. So, welcome and come along with me. So, let's go ahead and get started on putting together this vanity. Okay, so here's my new vanity. This is supposed to be a pretty functional piece. Uh, our supervisor has approved it. He was present for the build with some of the gentlemen of the abode. He has approved the location and all. So it's got a couple different features that will make functionality in my life a little bit better. It's got a little hook over here. I'll be able to just stick my purse there. This section here is actually a seat. So it looks like 2 drawers, but this one down here is a drawer. And then this one here opens up to a little cabinet. And then we've got a drawer here and a second drawer here. These dividers are removable, so I suspect, take one of these out to have a larger area if I want, or move it down to the next section. And then it's got a glass top so you can see into that drawer. A little storage there. We've got a light with all my doom baskets in the back that I cleared out. And it's got a little tabletop here. That could have been on the other side, but I'm right-handed, so this made sense for me. All right, I'm going to go ahead and prep some drawer liners to put in it, and then I'll start loading it up. Okay, so let's get started with these liners. I just purchased these from Amazon. They're really nice in the fact that they came in this really cute, just black and gold color that matches the vanity, but also they are the kind that is not the ones that you have to actually like sticker onto the surface. So they are non-slip, and you can cut them to any size you need. And so I actually just, turned them upside down, used a Sharpie to just draw the line using the edge of the drawer and the pressure from it to measure out. I didn't want to do the whole effort of measuring each individual drawer, etc., etc. I do always hope that more than one drawer is the same size so that I can, kind of save some of that like quasi measuring. It turns out 2 of the drawers were the same size, the others not quite. That's why I'm kind of like going back and forth. You'll see of lining things up in different drawers because I just want to kind of get an assessment of that. So I get all of those cut out. I'm also going to cut out some for that shelf that's in the top right under the mirror. And that way, if anything is to spill, I have an opportunity to get it cleaned up before there's too much damage. Also, just in general, with like powder from any of the like blushers or powder, anything like that isn't getting dusty. So that all went, pretty easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And yeah, so that was, pretty much it on that. I did not know how I wanted to organize these drawers. At first, I had dividers in my top drawer. My husband asked me, hey, which drawer do you want where? I said, yeah, put the dividers in the top, because I really didn't know what I was doing. And then as I was going, I thought, hey, why don't I actually, instead of doing, like, I've been doing my daily makeup container in the bathroom, which I'm transferring it all to the vanity. Why don't I do a daily makeup drawer like I see other gals have? And so that meant I needed to have the free space in my top drawer, the one that I actually can see through, and then just put my everything that I'm using at that time in that top drawer. So I'm really only needing to open one drawer when I'm getting ready. Items that I'm going to be putting into the seat will be all essentially backstock kind of stuff, because in my bathroom, under my vanity sink in there, I have a drawer organizer system that I will be putting currently used hair items. So I don't need currently used hair items in my vanity, but I am putting all of my, what I'm referring to as backstock, which is the crazy collection of stuff I accumulated because I didn't remember purchasing stuff already. In the linen closet, when someone else went to go put something in, they would move something out of the way. And so just kind of like rambled things about to where I didn't realize I had stuff here, there, and everywhere. So since then, every single item that has gone into the vanity has made its way into my inventory spreadsheet. I now know everything that I have there. I know thereabouts on a lot when I purchased just by looking at past apps and such. And I know thereabouts when I started using things if I have actually opened them. If they have not been opened, I know what's on that too. And I am not opening anything new until I've actually utilized the other item that it, in theory, should be replacing. So, the reason why the vanity became a necessity for me is because I do have a chronic pain condition. We really thought long and hard about putting a second bathroom onto our house, but I live in Northern California, and construction costs here is, it's flabbergasting. Just to, there's just really nothing else I can say about that. We were quoted over $100,000 to put a small bathroom with a shower that we could do like no transition to get into. We wanted to do a no transition shower because a second bathroom would be an aging in bathroom, which basically means you grow old in your home and you have set things up in a way to be able to age in place. So because I have mobility issues, and there is always the possibility that I could develop further issues, I wanted to make sure that I had a walk-in shower that if I am having difficulty with stepping and I need to shuffle more, that I can get into it. I could put a shower chair into there, so on and so forth. Also wanted to have grab bars everywhere because I do currently have grab bars in my tub shower combo, because 5 years ago I did have a pretty severe fall as a result of my mobility issue, and I broke 5 ribs on the way down. So that was pretty awful, and it's meant that I needed to start thinking about my golden years long before they hit. So with that being said, I wanted to do a sit-down vanity in the second bathroom so that on the days that I am struggling with my strength and pain, I can sit down to get ready with my hair and makeup. But that price point of over $100,000 was just too much for me to bear. So we opted not to do the bathroom. We have survived with one bathroom at one point in time with 6 family members in this house, all using it. And currently we only have 4 in the house. So we can survive with only one bathroom. And when the time comes, we will take out the tub and just make that a transitionless shower. But in the interim, I was having a lot of struggles. Were days where I went to go get ready. I was ending up with a lot of pain and discomfort and difficulty ambulating after having stood at the sink in the bathroom to put on my makeup or do my hair. So I really started to think about, like, how am I going to tackle this? Because I'm in physical therapy currently, but it kind of wears me out at times, and I'm going on my walks and I'm doing my exercises to build my strength and stamina and all the great things, but I need the strength to do that. So if I'm using up all my strength to get ready, then it makes it harder for me to do my physical therapy. So I decided to get a small vanity for in my bedroom, and that little corner there was the only corner that it would work. My husband's guitars were previously there. We took them down, we put them in another spot. We patched those areas up. I repainted the area. I think I already put the paint time video up, and you can see where I was preparing the area. And I ordered a vanity from Wayfair, and then within days they went, oops, our bad, that's no longer available. So they canceled that, and then I ultimately found this one from Amazon. None of the vanities have been 100% what I wanted, but I am a compromising gal, so I went with what came across. So with this, I'm loading up my daily stuff there now, you can see. And I really, since I didn't know what I was doing, I just kind of hemmed and hawed along the way, and I reshifted some things. Like currently I've got like eyelashes in that drawer. I moved them out of there. I do not use eyelashes every day. I really only do those for events and such, so I moved them to a different spot. You can see some stuff along in the back there under the mirror in that little shelf area. That is only able to sustain items that are as tall as my mid-sized doll bottle. So my Scandinavia stuff was too tall, so I actually had to move that into my little traveler, which worked out fine. And then I'll just decant, which is what I would have done for travel anyways. I was able to fit all of my foundations in there. I was able to put my larger Natasha Denona palette in there. I've got a mirror back in there. And then I did not want to buy any organizers for this adventure, so I just grabbed things from around my house. So I went and found a couple of cute little jars, and I put my eyeliners in one and my lip liners in another, and they are in that back section under the mirror, all the way to the right. Fun thing, if you've been following any of my panning stuff, you know that I panned a retractable eyeliner from Urban Decay, even though it was a color I absolutely loved, because it didn't fit in those little drawers nicely. Well, guess what? They will fit into my little jars, so I can replace that liner at a later time when I get through some of my other eyeliners, because now it fits. So in that top drawer, I got my daily makeup stuff. That middle drawer, I have my kind of what I'm referring to as my stash of makeup. It's the stuff that I own but I'm not necessarily using all the time. I've got hair stuff that I'm putting into the lift up bench container there. I don't know what to call that. Is that like a bench shelf? I don't know. Changed angles so you could see, and then as I'm doing this, I try to put all of my completely unopened stuff all the way over to the left, so I'll shift things over, and that way I don't inadvertently grab something I'm not intending to grab. I did find this cute little pot holder out on my back patio, clean that up, and I put all those little samplers
and little tiny containers, trial containers, all into that. And I move those all the way over to the right side on the other side of my hair brushes. So you see I'm moving all that stuff there. Everything moving to the left is all newer items. I didn't realize on those dry bar things that I still had quite so much in the containers that I'm currently using that are actually in my bathroom. And then I ended up with two hair masks because I forgot that I bought one because, again, they were in the linen closet. Other things got put in place. Those shampoos are ones I don't necessarily use anymore, but when I'm stalling out on buying my preferred, I use those. And then now I'm going to go ahead and do what I'm calling my back stock drawer. And it has, like, when I've had to buy things in bulk, like deodorants, my I'm brain fogging, but the spray that you put on your face so your makeup doesn't go anywhere. You know what I mean? I get these brain fog moments. Some of them are from the CRPS, the complex regional pain syndrome, which is my pain, chronic pain condition, and some of it's from the menopause. So, you know what? We're all hit and miss on this one. But doing things in small tasks helps me a lot. Getting everything in one place where I don't have to think about it is going to help me a lot. And then just really being able to see everything I have is just going to prevent me from overbuying. So there it all is. Top drawer, middle drawer, hair drawer, and then finally my backstock drawer.
Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. I hope that I was able to share a little bit about my life and how I deal with a chronic condition. If hopefully gave you some ideas on how you can manage maybe with your own stuff, or if you have a loved one that has stuff, if I gave you a little bit of enlightenment on maybe what they're going through and how everybody can kind of work together to be able to still have a very joyful existence while also dealing with a chronic condition. So I have been using my Vanity for many days now, and I can report back that it has already made a substantial improvement in my day-to-day dealings and being able to accomplish a little bit more of the physical stuff that I would like to do each day. So just not starting out deficit at the very beginning of my day has given me so much more bandwidth, both mentally and physically, to be able to tackle the things that I really want to get accomplished. So thank you for joining me. And please choose something today that is going to give a little bit more intention to your day. I will see you next time. Until then, I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.